couple of little things I want to talk about before we get into tonight's game. I would usually at this time on a match day be doing a road trip. I thought, you know what? Let's leave that. Let's put that aside, because sometimes you miss out on some news and some important subjects that's probably worth debating on a live show more than talking about the game. We are going to talk about the game, and I'm going to get your opinions on where you think it's going. There is a poll running in the live chat right now, in fact. Are we going to see defeat or victory tonight? Just get into the poll and let me know what you think, everybody. If you are watching later on, you may be at work or playing catch-up, just get your comments in below. Let me know what you think about the game tonight, and let me know who you think is going to perform for Manchester United. We're going to go through all of the team news, early team news, and everything that is actually happening around Manchester United and in and around the game tonight. So, yeah, we'll get into that as well. And you know what? Let's just look at everything that's actually going on right now. Let's look at everything that's actually happening at Manchester United as well as the game. And I want to talk about this damning verdict from Ruben Amorim around the Manchester United Academy and what is actually going on with this. Like, where's this report come from? When you look at it, I will go through the details on where it's actually come from first of all, but it does actually tell its own story in where we're actually at the moment. And you know what? When you break it all down, when you look at how Manchester United's academy players have been doing in general over the last 5 years, there is this element of, again, like this summer camp element to Manchester United and Carrington. Now, I know that Manchester United's under-18s have been smashing it. Brilliant. I know what work has been going on. But when it comes to the 21s, when it comes to everything going on with them, like, nobody is really progressing. You look at Garnacho, you look at Kobbie Mainoo, and they were both players that really didn't feature too much in the under-21s because they advanced past the 21s from 18s. So they did feature and they did play, but both came into Manchester United's first team at the age of, well, they're both teenagers, so they missed a couple of years of development, like where Manchester United's other academy players is. I did a show not too long ago. In fact, I think it was a couple of days ago, I think, after the transfer window had shut, talking about Manchester United's academy players and who had been let go on loan. Pretty much everyone. Everyone's substantial. So there's a report that's come out, and it's come through United FUC Academy, MUFC Academy on Twitter, and they follow obviously everything around Manchester United and the academy level, but he's picked up on a report from Stephen Railsford from the MEN, and I know Stephen Railsford goes through all of the possible Manchester United under-21s, 18s, whatever he can get to. He is there. He is the main reporter for the MEN, the Manchester Evening News, that is, for Manchester United's academy players. He knows more than anybody else about Manchester United's academy, definitely at the Manchester Evening News anyway. That's what he does predominantly. I've seen him there many a time, so I can vouch and say that he is well connected when it comes to United's academy. And his report is saying, and it's understood, that Amorim assessed United's academy and youngsters in his first training in November. It's only Godwill Kukonki that impressed him. There was only him that impressed him and made an impression on Ruben Amorim. That's pretty poor. To be honest, we're all talking up the likes of Chido Wobby Martin. Hopefully we're going to see some more players coming through. Like, obviously, there are players that you can't get to see yet because obviously they're in under 18 level and they're probably not mature enough to come through. But for a 16-year-old to be the only one that really stood out and came right into training. Look, obviously we've seen other players come through, and maybe this is Ruben Amorim stamping his authority on Manchester United right now, but it does put into perspective and does shine a light on what's been going on at Carrington with Manchester United, particularly at the under-21 level. Why have there been such a drop-off? Why does it go from 18's brilliant to 21's catastrophe? I'm not saying catastrophe as in a sense of, well, obviously we've seen Garnacho and Mainoo come through and that's been brilliant, and you hope that you see one or two graduates come through, but for him to come in and say that Kukonki's the only one to shine through, I mean, I can only believe what Stephen Railsford said it, because like I said, he covers most of Manchester United's academy, but again, it just goes to show, and then you put into the picture what Sir Jim Ratcliffe said about selling players that are just not going to make it through. When Manchester United desperately need a forward, and we're sending 5 forwards from the ages of 19 to 21 back out on loan this January because they clearly aren't good enough, then it really does tell you that Manchester United are holding on to academy players too long, or bigging them up to be something that they're actually not. I mean, you look at it, like, it's Ethan Wheatley was Manchester United's golden boy last season, young player of the year. The last 2 years before that were Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo. And now, look at where Wheatley is. Why is he not developed as quick? What's been going on at Manchester United's academy? And that is a bit of a concern. Brilliant for Kukonki. I cannot wait to see him, and I think he will be a feature for Manchester United, going off what's been said. He has also been called up to the Congo international team, which is impressive again. So good for him. And he does look like he's got a bright future, but it just shines a light on the academy again, doesn't it, as to why are these players not actually coming through? If we are absolutely killing it on all levels at 18, and then all of a sudden the drop off for the 21s, what's happened there? Why is it so drastic? And why, like we said before, why are none of these players now under 21s? Well, he's been approached by Congo. He's been approached by Congo, not so much called up, but it's just that they have expressed their interest in taking him. So that's good for him. Not called up, I got that wrong there. But yeah, still, what's happening behind the scenes? That's the worry, and that's a concern for me. And that we have got all of these players not featuring at all or getting nowhere near. And Ruben Amorim has been desperate for players to come through. We know this. For us to send that many loanees out at that age clearly shows that they are not going to make it in Manchester United's first team. It's horrible for me to say it. It's painful for me to say it because I love the academy. I think they've done great work with Manchester United's academy. But have we been looking at it? Have we been looking at it wrong? Are we looking at it in a way where it's actually us hoping more that someone will come through and looking at every positive we can from it because the first team's so bad, when really they are probably not up to scratch and nowhere near good enough to come into the first team? Where you look at Arsenal, for instance, with the likes of Lewis Skelly coming through, with Wanyeri coming through, these players really featuring and playing a prominent part. Is this why Manchester United are looking to nab the academy talent from other football clubs and put them on better scholarship deals? Because we just haven't got anything of our own right now coming through that is anywhere near significant. Now, I know the under-18 level, which isn't fully developed, is full of talent. But I couldn't pick you out one under-21 player right now, apart from what I thought was Dan Gore, who could possibly be knocking on the door for Manchester United's first team. I don't. Under-21s to under-18s, and they can mix and match. 18s can go into the 21s, so don't get that mixed up. Predominantly, the best young talent at Manchester United is at under-18 level. Godwill Kukonki, you've got Chido Martin, you've got Ibrahimov, you've got Brian Carey, you've got James Scanlon, you've got the Fletchers. They're the ones that are coming through right now. I think I've got more of a chance. So it's like we've all of a sudden just realised that we're not pushing these players hard enough. Maybe we need to start pushing them out on loan a little bit sooner. Give them a bit more experience. Send them out on loan rather than keeping them in the Manchester United academy forever and a day. But let's be honest, we want them to be successful. We want these young players to win the FA Youth Cup. But when it comes past that under-18 level, we should be seeing players sent out on loan to get experience rather than playing in the under-21s constantly. The best talent should be picked out, I think, and sent out on loan. And maybe this is just a message, because Ruben Amorim has said the academy itself, and this is word for word, the academy needs to get better. And I didn't think anything of that comment at the time. But now we're looking at this report from Railsford, and he's saying that Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim has really only been impressed with one player in particular so far since he's come in at Manchester United, and that's Godwill Kukonki. So, yeah, it is worrying. We've got Toby Collier, who's now starting to come through. Obviously, he made it in pretty much around the start of the season, around Ten Hag, started to feature a little bit. So, you could say we've got him as well, which is a good sign that we've got another player there. But, again, I think he expected more. And I think that's his report. And realistically, I think Manchester United need this. We need someone to come in from the outside and actually, you know what, just nail down where issues are happening. Because where it has been good that Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo have come in and the circumstances have not been ideal in the environment factor around Manchester United's first team, they've still flourished, they've still done well. Where are the others though? Where are all the other players that were contributing? What's happened to them? We're not even hearing about them going out on loan anywhere. They're all just festering. They're all just not saying festering. It's wrong for me to say that, I know, because the academy is doing great work. But why are they not going out on loan? Why are we not getting more of that talent out there? It's a shame. It really is a shame. But a bit concerning for the rest of the academy if Ruben Amorim, and like we've seen, there's been no one really get anywhere near a matchday squad for Ruben so far, and it's 2 months now. So I feel like now is the time, with everyone leaving like we said, and that turning of the page that we spoke about this morning, I think now is the time, hopefully, that we get to see some of the academy players come through and given a chance. But going off what's been said there, then it might not be the case. And United might be struggling to find anyone. But hey, look, we will see. We'll get into the comment section and get your thoughts on this as well, everybody. Get your comments flying in, please. Give me a like on the video as well if you are feeling kind. Make sure that you have subscribed to Forever United TV as well, everybody. Thank you so much if you have already. That way you can get into the live comment section. Youth players out on loan and having teammates playing for their food will give so much more than youth against youth. United, says Mick. Tony Bond says, Adam, I think Ineos top brass should sit the whole squad down and tell them Amorim is going nowhere. However bad results get, so shape up and ship out. Shape up or ship out, sorry. Yeah, you could say that. I think there is an element of that already happening without it realistically happening, if you know what I mean by that. So if United do get their homegrown status in order, you will have to go buy homegrown players, and these do not come cheap. No, they don't come cheap, but United are buying them younger, and that's where we're getting them. So realistically, we've brought in Diego Leon. He will be classed as a homegrown player in a certain amount of years. He's only 17, turning 18 soon. So he will be classed as a homegrown player. Soon enough, in a few years' time, you'll have Chido Obi-Martin. He'll be classed as a homegrown player. So United are buying them young enough to bring in. They did this with Garnacho. They paid money for him and brought him in from Atleti's academy. And now he's homegrown. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be born and bred Mancunians and come through the academy from the age of 6, like Godwill Kukonki, by the way, has done. But still, I think Manchester United right now are looking at this properly. And you know, it's about time. It's about time. Maybe Amorim wants to keep some of the youth close because he wants to watch them and have them learn his system. When United bring a manager in, the academy are being told to coach and train the players exactly the same way. Ruben Amorim is getting Manchester United to coach the players in the same way as the first team. And that's what happens. It has to be exactly the same. There has to be a big element of everything that's at Manchester United in the academy level, exactly the same in terms of playing style as it is in the first team. Everybody does that anyway. I think that's common knowledge anyway. So it's only the under-21s. What about Obi-Martin, Bayern Kerry, Kone, Ibrahimovic, Fletcher, Twins, Scanlon? I did mention all of them just then, Sean. Did you miss that bit, mate? I did just mention all of them players there then. They're all the under-18 level. They're the ones that we've got prospects in. They're the ones that are coming through now. It's the 20, 21-year-olds. Just not... We're not getting nothing out of them. It's like they hit that mark and then nothing happens. So why are they not being loaned out? Why are they not being sold? Why are they just sitting there in the under-21s doing nothing? I'm not saying nothing again. Like, they are competing at that level, obviously, but we want them for the first team. They should be striving to get into that first team. Yes, that's why I said that your under-21s are important. Under-18s probably more right now, you know, Red Rebellion. That's why we're getting the 17 and 16-year-olds making appearances in Man United's first team training sessions or buying them players in as such. Under-21s, I think, is right now, when you look at it, it's just a chance for players to keep on playing. I think the investment level is definitely in the under-18s right now more than anything. And then they come through, and then we get to see them. And then you might get a Garnacho and a Mainu who skipped the 21s. Obviously, you've got Collier who played more in the 21s and made it through just about now. And thankfully, he has come through because he was a real good talent for Manchester United at academy level. He was one of them that everybody was pinning up YouTube videos on as well. You'll see them all over the place. I've done a few myself, just trying to remind people of what we actually have got behind the scenes. But it's hard for them to break through. I feel like Ruben wants a better academy to pick from, and Ineos are in that boat as well. And that's why he keeps talking about it. I think Ruben is talking in Ineos tongue, as in football structure, and he's talking more like he wants to develop Manchester United rather than buy Manchester United back to the success days. I think that's where he's at right now. And if you listen to his press conferences and you listen to him speak, he always alludes to that. not making the same mistakes, getting better from the academy level. The academy needs to be better. He's introducing one or two of the academy players into first team training now as well. All of this is massively important, I think. And I think for United right now, getting that blend and getting that structure, and like I said this morning, the foundation in place is more important than anything. MUFC should invest heavy in development centre in the South America and African for the youth for future. Well, yeah. Look, we look at, obviously, Sekou Kone. You're looking at, obviously, Diego Leon. There's two examples right there. So you've got the Malayan in Sekou Kone coming at 18. You've got Diego Leon from Paraguay, South America. He's coming at 17. You're also looking at Chidobe Martin as well. Obviously, come from Arsenal. But still a younger one again. And you've got Dorgeles, who we're reportedly looking at from RB Strasbourg as well. And that's another African player there. There is investment all over in Manchester United's academy level across the globe. They really are making it a mission, not Mission 21, but their own mission to actually get the best young talent around and develop them. I think the whole push is around the younger players. A young player that Manchester United have been linked with before, but maybe too much money now. You would have seen them. There's loads of stories going around about Xavi Simons again. And just to bring you up to date on the story, Manchester United are reportedly interested in Xavi Simons. They see him as the perfect forward for the 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-3 formation that Ruben Amorim plays. He is a very, very good player. United were after him in the summer. Obviously, he was loaned out in the summer to Leipzig. Then PSG have now sold him this window for 42 million quid, 50 million euros to Leipzig. And now Leipzig apparently are willing to cash in him again this summer to make a quick buck. It sounds a bit desperate to me, and it sounds a bit of a far-fetched story. The reason I'm talking about it is simply because we are looking at the possibility of Leipzig having one of them summers where they sell a load of players, and United have been chasing Simons for over a season now. We know this from the summer, but I cannot see a club buying a player and then selling him 6 months later just to make a profit. Even for Leipzig standards, that's pretty brutal. I'm going to get some more comments. Danny B, Fletcher twins and Ibrahimoff are looking good. Short, yes, they are. Ibrahimoff, I think, is the one. Watch out for him. The little number 10. He is mustard. I love him, and he has already come up at 16. So he's come up at 16 into under 21 levels already. So not just under 18s. At 16, he is making appearances at under 21. So there's your development pathway right there, just to bring you up. Adam, I have been enjoying the under-18s more than the first team the last 9 months. I know, mate. Sean, honestly, I'm with you on that one. I'm so glad he is adding Obi to the squad. The kid seems to have a bit of attitude, but he has a lot of skill. Honestly, mate, the under-18 lads, if we get it right with them, and we develop them the right way, and we give them the opportunities and look at them seriously, we have got some raw talent in there. And every academy can say that, it can. But not everybody performs the way that Manchester United's under-18s performed for the last 18 months. There is a crop of players there that if United harness and get the right, like I said, development and pathway ready for them, we get the right loans, we get the right amount of integration into United's first team training, and Manchester United would have a pot to pick from. Honestly, they are that good. They are excellent players. Scanlon, Bayern Carey, Ibrahimoff, all of these players, Kukonki, Chidobe Martin, Kone, the Fletcher brothers are playing brilliantly this season. Even Tyler now is catching up with Jack and getting some performances in there as well. There is so many. Fitzgerald, Reece Fitzgerald as well is another player that could be there. Obviously, we've got Shea Lacey coming back from a bad injury as well soon as well. So there's plenty there to look at. And Manchester United, really, I think, and this is the mission, it's moving on the 21s and looking at the 18s and seeing them come of age, I think, more than anything right now. And it's brilliant that Godwill has got it. But you have to ask the question, like, what has impressed Ruben about Godwill Kukonki? What has impressed him? Is it his intensity in training? Is he the only one training the right way? Have United gone soft in at Carrington around the training sessions? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But Ruben's picked up on something. Out of all of that academy talent, there's only one player? That doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sound right. But I trust in what Stephen's saying here as well in this report. But, hey, look. And what would you say to Xavi Simons as well? Is that a bullshit story? I mean, I can't see it. There's no way that Leipzig are that desperate for money. They're going to sell Šeško this summer. They'll make an absolute mint off him. There's no way that Manchester United are going to be in for Simons again, or even that Leipzig would sell him. I can't see it. I just can't. Please keep the likes coming in. We're just under 1,400 in the room. Absolutely buzzing with that. Thank you, everybody. It's like I said, I was going to be doing the road trip right now about this time, but you know what? I thought there was more to talk about. And sometimes you miss these stories on a match day. So I wanted to talk about this. But yeah, get your comments in on Simons as well, please, everybody. Mean Foundation Centre and schooling in the country. It says Fitz Nutrition. Again, second super chat. Thank you, my man. Love that. Is anybody at the game tonight as well? Talk to me as well. We've got a few other transfer little rumours to talk about as well. Let's get through a few more comments and then we'll get into them. I've just Googled it. Be brought through 27. We brought through 27 youth players from Sporting Academy for debuts. Is that Ruben? Probably. I'm guessing. I've missed the first one. I missed the first comment. Sorry, mate. I would like to see Vitek back at the end of the season. I think he's already better than what we have in goal. You know, I'm not going to disagree with that one. It's Hoyland. Honestly, I liked Vitek. I thought he had a good pre-season. It was funny enough, when I was going on holiday, he was going to the same destination as what we were in the summer. It was crazy. When it went to the Dominican, he was actually on the same plane. Vitek. He's a beast of a guy, by the way. He is built ready for first team football, that man. Haven't Leipzig just signed him for 80 million? No, they haven't signed him for 80 million, mate. They signed him for 50 million euros, so 42 million. But this is why I'm calling this a bullshit story. Apparently, they're ready to cash in on him and take a profit in the summer. Maybe they'll want 60, 70 million for him and make a quick buck. I don't think Leipzig are working that way. I don't. It's very rare that they invest a lot of money in a player, though, like that anyway. But they have been loaning him out for a couple of seasons now. And they are now, obviously, in a place where they can maybe invest a bit more money because they've made a lot. I just don't see them selling him back on, Liam, mate, honestly. I don't. Stephen says, I'm all for Amorim bringing a youth in so he can mould them to his system. I'd rather he did that than spend millions on personalities with baggage and egos. True. Anthony says, the fact that we are taking players from Arsenal and elsewhere tells us that the youth isn't up to Amorim's standards. I don't want him dropping his levels. We need the very best coming through. And that is where recruitment is going now. I think it really is. That's the level of recruitment and where Manchester United needs to be at. There are other clubs that are bringing through better academy players right now. Look, Collier, Garnacho, Kobe Mainu. It's brilliant. It is. In the right system, maybe they will work. Maybe they will work. I think we'll see Collier again tonight. I hope we do. I really do. I hope we see Mainu in at 10. Put Rasmus or Zirkzee in at 9. And just leave him there. And then pick another one. A lot of people calling for Dorgu and Ahmad as our wing-backs. That's what a lot of people want to see. Now, let me know what you think on that as well in the comments section. Let's get through some other transfer news. Now, this was going around a couple of days ago, actually, regarding Manchester United and what's happening regarding transfers. But this one was Manchester United and Liverpool, as you can see going across the screen at the bottom. Ravel talks with Hugo Larsson, Hugo Larsson's agent, to understand the conditions of a move. United are most advanced, but the Eintracht Frankfurt midfielder is demanding a fee of approximately 60 million euros. That's what the German club wants. So I don't know if United are in the market for spending that amount of money. Again, you're talking the realms there. What's that, around about 50 million quid? United spent that on, what, Lenny Euro so far. That's about it. I don't know if that's actually real. I don't know if United would go that far. We'll see if it's the right playoff. Like this summer, like I said, we're going to need 2 different transfer lists. Are competing in the Champions League transfer list and are not competing in the Champions League transfer list. Simple as that. And maybe we need one that's not in Europe at all, sort of transfer list to go into. So plenty of recruitment needed. And all of these names, and we'll always look at these names and people coming up, yeah, can't see that happening. Don't think that'll happen. I remember doing a video on Patrick Dorgu about 4 months ago. And look what happened. It's come through. So these reports are not dead. United are scouting every single one of these players that we're talking about in these little transfer rumours. All people pick up on is the scouts, where they're at, what they're watching. And Manchester United will be watching Larsson. We can guarantee you that is the case. So, and when this summer comes around, and there was a big part of this season, like we've always said here on FUTV, that what happens performance-wise in this season, i.e. where United finish in the league, what we win, if we're in Europe or not next season, the transfer window will be determined off that. So there's going to be players that you don't think or talk about or know about as much that are on Manchester United's list. And I think we're going to see a bit of a scramble when the summer comes around. So yeah, Larsson is another one on the list. Stupid story that came out earlier on as well, apparently from Christian Folk. I didn't want to talk about it, but while we're talking about transfers, Maffistel would still like to join Manchester United in the summer. Sorry, mate. Whoosh, you flushed that chance down the drain when you went to Tottenham. We are not taking you back from Tottenham, sorry. That deal is dead, my friend. So don't believe that that one is true at all. We brought you the Wesley story earlier on as well. Moving into the game tonight, actually, I want to talk about that right now. We're at that time of the show, everybody, so get your comments in on the game tonight. Let me know what your thoughts are. Get involved. Let's see what the poll is saying. Just shy of 1,000 votes now. Get voting on the poll. What will tonight's FA Cup game bring us Reds? Victory or defeat? 85% of you are saying tonight United will win. There's only 2 options on there because, of course, in these stages of the FA Cup, there are no replays. So it's going straight to penalties. And that the result is going to be there tonight. With it being a night game, I really hope that there is no extra time. I pray that there's no extra time because I cannot be sat there at Old Trafford watching Manchester United on a Friday night, scrambling around to try and beat Leicester City. I mean, kickoff is at 8 o'clock anyway, and what's that? So you're going to get that chance. It's going to be 10 o'clock if we go to just get the game won. Come on. Talk to me, everybody. Be confident. What are you saying? Are United getting the victory tonight? Come on, nearly 1,500 in the room. Give me your verdicts. Get voting on that poll as well, please, everybody. 250 likes, almost in the bag. Keep liking the video, make sure you have subscribed as well, too, for Every United TV. Goals galore tonight, says Liam. One bit of news, early team news tonight as well. I don't think there was anyone leaking team news out. I think that's another bullshit story that certain people have been spreading across social media. But we know, and we mentioned this the other day, and I'm a bit gutted about this one, that Bayindir is out of the game tonight. So that knock that we were talking about that Bayindir might have picked up is actually true. He is out. So it does look like it is going to be Andre Onana in goal tonight. Don't. Please, just give me a stress-free night, Andre. For God's sake, I don't want to be talking about you tonight. Please. We need the FA Cup. We desperately need the FA Cup. Otherwise, like I said this morning, I just don't see United winning the Europa League. Well, I think we can, but the way that they're playing, can we be that consistent? I suppose when you say it like it's the only competition this season that we are consistent in, we're unbeaten, obviously. 5 wins, 3 draws. It's not bad. Not bad. So we have performed all right. And there's no Champions League teams dropping in. And if you finish in 4th in the league, 3rd, in fact, in that league table, then it's not many teams that you should be worrying about. Is there? Lazio look decent. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. But yeah, tonight's FA Cup is an avenue into the Europa League and needs to be taken very, very seriously. But no Bayindir. Gutted about that. I think we are going to see Patrick Dorgu tonight. Obviously, Ruben Amorim was teasing us, wasn't he, with his team selections, not giving anything away in the press conference. We're going to have to wait until today. He said wait till tomorrow. Obviously, we're into tomorrow now. It's today. The game is tonight. So we're going to find out, I think, in the next couple of hours. sort of like little snippet, little bits of news creeping out, I think, usually at this point where you are finding out who is actually there. The players will be walking into Old Trafford any time. They usually get there around about 3 hours before kick-off. So we're going to see what faces are walking in and around Old Trafford. So I think we can get some guesses in from there. But who are you looking forward to seeing? Who do you want to see tonight in the game? Talk to me in the chat. We don't usually get to do this because, like I said before at the top of the show, I'm usually doing the road trip video now. So we don't get a chance to discuss this that much. So who do you want to see in the game tonight? Don't forget, later on as well, I will be outside Old Trafford with my verdict matchday content coming right after the game. So make sure you've subscribed and hit the bell notification for when all of that news comes out later on. I'm going to come to the chat right now before I give you my team. So let's see what you're all saying regarding all of the subjects. Simmons, talk to me about Larson as well. Talk to me about Bayende. Talk to me about Kukonki, Manchester United's Academy. Get into all of them in the chat, please, everybody. Kukonki, nowhere near ready for me. Oh, look, he might be ready for the first team. Training, that is. He's only just turned 17, so plenty of time for him, I would have thought. But he is 6'5". He's built like a tank. He just needs to be, physical side of him, not a problem. It's technique and just being ready. Experience is key when it comes to first team football. I think maybe a loan would be good for Godwill Kukonki. Or maybe we're looking at bringing him in to the first team. I don't know. Ruben Amorim can't polish a turd. Stop nicking my lines, UK strains. But you're right. Stephen Brown says, we will have a great win tonight, and I have a feeling any youth players who come on will show their worth a punt. I gotta hope you're right. I just don't see it. Stu, it's good. It's a good way to make easy money in terms of what? Selling tickets? I've missed that one, sorry. Let's just see. Live arrival. So yeah, now the players are actually arriving right now. I've just seen it flash up on my watch actually. Manchester United's website. Adam, I know you have to do this. It's work, but you're done for the season. Anything United do from until the season end? Oh God, mate, it's typo central here. Sorry, I'm not gonna cry. I'll be happy about. I'm tired of the crap. Right, honestly, from that, mate, a few typos in there. Sorry, Alvarez. I'm guessing you're not concerned about the rest of the season, and you're not really bothered about it. I get it, and that feeling is there right now. But what if Manchester United actually go on a run, mate? What if United actually do put a run of games together, and you feel like watching a Ruben side that has had the fall, that has dealt with what Ruben wants, and has come out of it the other side? What if that happens? Would you be happy with that? You're a United fan, mate. You're obviously a United fan. And you will be watching the games. You will be glued to your screen or your radio, whatever you're watching it on, and you will want to know about it. Trust me. I get what you're saying, but stay with it, my friend. It's not dead yet. We've still got 2 cups to play for. I am positive at these moments. Obviously, outside the game when we've played bad, you've seen me. I'm completely in the pits and I'm at the other end of my wit, honestly. But we still have a chance of turning this season around in the other 2 competitions. I just want to see United playing a bit of... I see a bit playing a bit of better football. That's it. That is it. That's all I want to see. Friday kickoffs feel a bit weird. Dwayne, don't even go there, mate. It's stupid that we're playing on a Friday night. Honestly, it's like they know, don't they? It's like United fans are going to be going mental for a whole weekend here. Let's put them on a Friday night. Ruud van Nistelrooy goes into Old Trafford and spoils the party. I can already see the paper headlines right now. Rude awakening. I can see it all. They've got it ready to go. And they just want to ruin our weekend, the bastards. Honestly, that's what they want. That's what they want to do. They just want to kill it for us. But it's not happening tonight. The lads have had another full week of training. And last time we had that, yes, Liverpool game. We actually turned out and had a performance. So I'm hoping for that. That's my ultimate goal anyway. Attacking wing-backs will change everything. Dorgu Ahmad tonight and watch us score goals. I really believe this, says Stu. Stu, you know what? Let's get into my team off the back of that and what he said, because I agree. I would play. I like Ahmad at 10. But you know what tonight? FA Cup. I'm guessing a weakened Leicester side. Ahmad right, Dorgu left, Dallo bench, back three. I'm going Yoro, Delic, Mazraoui. I'm going youthful. I'm going quick. I want to start building up a new defence. Rest Harry Maguire. Rest him out completely. Then in midfield, I want to see Collier, Ugarte. We don't need Bruno Fernandes tonight. That's my shock that everybody is going to be surprised by. I don't think we need Bruno Fernandes tonight. Rest him. Rest him out. He's not going to, but this would be my team. I would have Collier and I would have Ugarte in the midfield. And I would have Mainu, Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund up front. Bruno can be on the bench to come on and have an impact. I don't think we need him every single game. And you know what? Bruno off the bench is lethal. He is a dangerous, dangerous player off the bench, Bruno. And you know what? When he comes off the bench, he's switched on all of the time. I do. And you all know I love Bruno Fernandes. You all know that I love him. I'm not even going to say he's my favourite player. I can't even use that word with this current Manchester United squad. But I don't think we need him tonight. I think we need to start learning how to play without him as well. And there's enough in that team there to beat Leicester. It's solid. It works in so many different ways. Dorgu, Garnacho, Ahmad, Mainu, Rasmus picking up the pieces in the middle. Then you've got the two holding midfielders. Collier is the energy to get up and down. So too is Ugarte if he wants to. And you've got a very quickish, in terms of what United have got available, back three. On the bench, I would love to see Chido. I'd love to see Heaven as options. Bruno Fernandes, Joshua Zirkzee. You've got plenty there to pick from, I think. Casemiro, Eriksen. There's experience, there's youth, there's balance, there's blend. There's plenty there for United. That would be my team. And I know a lot of people would probably be surprised that Bruno Fernandes is not in it. I just don't think we necessarily need Bruno Fernandes in this team tonight. Let him rest it out on the bench. Bring him on with 25 minutes to go. I know I've got no chance of that happening because Ruben plays him in every single game. But you know what? Let's just change it. Let me know what you think of that team, everybody, by the way. Hi, Adam. If we can get Anana to... I've not even mentioned the keeper in my team. I don't want to. If we can get Anana to pretend that he's a goalkeeper for a couple of hours, we should win. Why is he still getting picked? We simply have to win this one. Rasmus and Obi to shine. I hope so. And Ruben picking Anana, I can't really go on in him tonight because apparently Heaton's still got an injury as well. So Baindir is out, so he has to pick him tonight. And unfortunately, I cannot moan about that decision after the game tonight. I'll moan about how quality he is and how much he might cost us if he does drop another clanger. But I did say, like I have to question Ruben on picking Andre Onana now because he's clearly not performing. And he's not helping the defence out. I've been through that in detail. But tonight we're stuck with it. Unfortunately, it's going to be him tonight because there's no one else available. You got Harrison there who could, but Dwayne, welcome to the members club as well. That was gifted by London. Please do give the people who gift them memberships a big thank you in the live chat as well if you get one, everybody. Still around 1,500 people in the room. 85% of you in our poll, of which we've got just under 1,200 votes now, are saying that United will win the game tonight. We have to be confident. Surely. It's Old Trafford. And then you look at the current form at Old Trafford domestically and you go, Southampton aside, it is dire. Our worst ever Premier League season at home. So, yeah, maybe we shouldn't be that confident. But still, we will see, won't we? Hello, Adam. Are you doing a watch-along tonight? No, I'm at the game, my friend. Mixing it up a little bit. I usually do the road trip about now. I said this at the top of the show, so if you are just joining us now, this is something a bit different. We're heading out to the game pretty soon to go and get some food. If you're at the game tonight, by the way, come and say hello. Before the game, I'm at Central Bay in Salford Quays, having something to eat in there, so you'll see me pottering around in there, outside the stadium, a little bit beforehand, saying hello to a few people outside the East Stand. So come and say hello there as well. If you are in and around Old Trafford or at the game, I will come and say hello. We'll have a bit of a chat if you want. But yeah, past that, I think we've pretty much covered everything that needs to be covered. Give me your comments on all of the topics that we've talking about. The academy, the issues that Ruben's got with it, bits of transfer news. But the team ultimately tonight, just to go over it again one more time. Manchester United's team tonight, it will be Onana in goal. This is what I want. I want Yoro, I want Mazraoui, I want De Ligt as my back three. Dorgu, left wing back. Ahmad, right wing back. Collier, Ugarte in the middle. And then the front three will be Garnacho on the left 10. I want Mainu on the right 10. Rasmus Højlund up front. Bruno on the bench with everybody else. I think that is as exciting or youthful, energetic team as we can pick. Bruno is full of beans, I know that, but we've got to start moving past Bruno Fernandes and not needing him. And do you know what else it will do? It will give him a shot up the arse as well. And when Bruno is rested and doesn't play, he always comes back off the bench firing. You watch. If he is on the bench tonight, I don't think he will be, but watch how he comes on. He's always at it. As soon as he comes off the bench, Bruno Fernandes. But that is our show done, everybody. Well over 300 likes, 1,500 plus people in the chat throughout. Thank you so much, everybody. Absolute legends, a lot of you. I will see you outside Old Trafford after the game, everyone. Make sure that you get your comments in below, like I said. Give me your thoughts, give me your scores, give me your teams as well. And I will see you after United claim victory tonight. God's sake, please. In the dark outside Old Trafford. And hopefully setting up what is going to be an alright weekend this week for Manchester United. Give the video a like, make sure you have the subscribe button please. We're on the road to 75k and I'll see you outside Old Trafford later, everybody. Enjoy the game. Come on, United!